Okay, so how can parents bring up mentally healthy children? Uh, there has been, I have heard a few couples say that they're afraid to have children because it just seems like there's a lot of distress. And if you look at the numbers, yes, their mental ailments are on the rise for children. According to a CDC survey from 2009 to 2019. Now, this is a period of 10 years, okay? Now, look at the numbers. It said persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness increased from 26% to 36%. That's a 10% jump over a period of 10 years. That is very large. Seriously considered attempting suicide increased from 13.8% to 18.8%. Another, again, a very large jump. Made a suicide plan from 10.9% to 15.7%. Attempted suicide 6.3% to 8.9%. And remember, these are all over 10 years. It's just a very short period of time that these changes are happening. And were injured in a suicide attempt that had to be treated by a doctor or a nurse increased from 1.9% to 2.5%. That number is atrociously high. So, what can be done? Well, the first thing that you should understand is that humans are born with a body, which includes the brain, designed to be healthy. If you see that there is an illness which is affecting a large number of humans, a large percentage, it must be that there have been changes in the environment. Can also lead to changes in habit, the changes in what they eat, the changes in what they believe, the changes in how they interact with each other, the changes in how much time they spend on electronic media instead of real life interactions. So all these changes, that if there is an increase in ailment, it must be due to these changes in the environment. The environment is a broad term. It's like encompassing all the different things which the person experiences. It's not natural. It's not natural for humans to be unhealthy. Once in a while, you may get some a rare case where there is some congenital defect which leads to some ailment, but normally it is not normal for humans to be not healthy. Now, this again goes back to the part of the longer video, which is the scientific model for human nature, for human behavior, for the brain. And from that, I say that the cause of mental illness is the paucity of love. What is love? Love is the rewards which the brain gives you. It could be in the form of a satisfaction. It can be feel like I've done my duty. It's like I am loved. It can be that I love somebody. It can be some hope for the future. Whatever it is. It is the rewards that the brain gives you. If you're not getting sufficient rewards from the brain, then you're going to have mental illness. If you're getting sufficient rewards from the brain, a portfolio of rewards, a healthy portfolio of rewards, normally a person should not develop mental illness. The vast majority of humans who receive the amount of love, not much less than what they would receive in a natural portfolio and natural paleo environment, what that is what they were designed for, will not develop mental illness. And I would say not only the amount, but also the amount and complete set of lab should not develop mental illness. So then the question comes that, okay, the environment has changed, so what can we do about this environment? If you're in this environment where you're having this increased mental illness, what can be done about it? Well, the way the brain of a child has been designed by evolution is to prepare it for adulthood. For example, let's say you see lion cubs, and they're so cute. Oh, look at them, they're playing. They're actually, yes, they're playing and they're getting love from that, but they're also preparing to hunt. Right? They're preparing to stalk. They're preparing to wrestle with each other. So you observe the behavior of the young across species. They are training for adulthood. The things they like doing, the thing which gives them love, is also the things which prepare them for adulthood. Evolution does not waste anything. There is a purpose. So let's, remembering that, let's see what we would like, what kind of environment to give to a child so that they have this set of healthy love. Now, political fights have made parents move away from the natural sources of love. For example, no, boys should not be playing war games, and girls should not be playing with homemaking dolls. So, children have become the subject of political fights of adults, and one should not pressure children to be what they are not. So let them be like whatever interests they have, and remember that their brains are made in a way which is really preparing them, what evolution thought would be preparing them as adults. That's what is giving them the loves. Also, keep vicarious fantasies to a minimum, and this is it's a general observation about all ages. It's not only children but also for adults. So get your children to be active, right? Active participants rather than sitting and watching somebody on the screen. One of the best things I did, it's just wonderful things. I would just want more and more of it, was playing soccer. Not because I was a great player. I'm rather flat-footed. I was a decent goalkeeper. But anyway, so let the boys play soccer. Some things like wrestling, which is essentially simulations of war without actually being violent. You don't want violence, but you want to give them something which the brain said, okay, if you do this, I'm going to give you a reward. Okay, so moving on, a feeling of security is very important for a child, not to feel negative love, which is a negative reward from the brain. So a child should grow up in a loving, secure environment while also feeling pressure to develop a work ethic and be well mannered.